All right. What's up, everybody? Let me just let everyone know. Apologies here for our perfect. What's up, everybody? 2 seconds. Let me just get this link up. Copy the link for our private text group. I'll tell you guys how to join the private text group right now, which is totally free. You can simply text me the words Summer Shredded. Sorry about that. Simply text me the words Summer Shredded to 732-487-3445. Again, text me the words Summer Shredded to 732-487-3445. And I will personally, I'll show you people's numbers. I will personally respond. I will personally text you. I will personally help keep you motivated, on track, informed, and give you quick little updates. Like I just texted our group right now that I'm here on Cardio Talk. Happy to answer any questions. Daryl, let me start this right now, answer some questions for you guys. And I want to talk about meal prepping for busy people focused on fat loss. And I'm going to use this phone so I can actually more easily read the chats as they come through. Apologies, I'm going to be a little maybe more quiet than normal when I talk, simply because I've blown out my voice, of course, as I do. All right, so bullfighter. I'm doing cardio on my bike while watching. Right on. Well, that's what I love about these cardio talks. That a lot of us, we can do the cardio together, which is super cool. Christopher is on the elliptical right now. Heck yeah, everybody. Let's get it. Let's get it together. Let's get it going. Daryl says, looking at getting a used commercial grade elliptical to join. I got this one via Facebook Marketplace, which is a great place. Facebook Marketplace, why do I like it? Well, back in the day, there used to be Craigslist, right? Craigslist, in time, has kind of become creepy, and scammy, right? Facebook Marketplace, on the other hand, it really allows us to trade with our neighbors. And I was able to go through and see exactly, because you can type in exactly what you're looking for. And I'm looking for a few things right now, more fitness equipment for the gym. But for this specific Precor elliptical, I knew exactly what I wanted. I drove around to some of the commercial retailers of fitness equipment. Really expensive, really expensive. And I found one that was for sale about 15 minutes from where I live, a couple towns over. And what's good about Facebook Marketplace is you can actually click on the profile of the person selling it. So you can be like, oh, all right, that looks like a normal person. Well, there's their photos and all of their lifestyle stuff, so you can be like, oh, that's a normal person. They got a normal household. They got a normal family. Oh, that's where they work. Now, some things are still scammy and spammy, so be careful. But Daryl, that's where I found it. Anthony says, what do you think of PB Fit? Powdered peanut butter. I've never used it. I'm not against it. I just don't find a reason for it. Or I just use real peanuts and real peanut butter. I've never found a reason for it. That's all. Tina did a 2-mile fasted run at 5:30 this morning. Way to get it in, Tina. Awesome. Sean, afraid I know the answer, but what's your thoughts on testosterone? I know Huberman says, hey, it works. I know, good morning, Bernard. I know Derek, more plates, more dates, said it works. I know Greg Doucette is selling it. So of course he says it works. I don't see anybody making gains on it though. You? I don't see Time magazine putting it on the cover. I don't see the scientific journal discussing it. I don't see any major evidence that it actually works in vivo, which is in the human organism, right? Now, in vitro, which would be in the lab, anything works in the lab. Sure. Especially if you want it to work in the lab, it can work in the lab. I haven't found any evidence of it. So if you're not living a proper lifestyle, managing stress, getting proper sleep, eating high net nutrient foods, exercising consistently, nothing matters. None of that matters. And if you get to the point in your life that your testosterone has declined to such a degree that you need an exogenous source of testosterone, you should be sitting with your doctor and looking for bioidentical testosterone replacement therapy, not some YouTuber selling you a bottle of pills. Does that make sense? Like, that's silly. If you are at the point that you have declining levels of testosterone, yes, you are. I'm in the middle of a meeting right now. Can we make this brief, or can I call you back? And that's for the old account, not for the new account. Yes. Jerry, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate the phone call and the update. No, you were wonderful, Jerry. Have a great day. Thank you. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry about that, my friends. That was business. So we're changing our healthcare provider, our health insurance provider. We canceled the old one. We started a new one. The old one kept charging us, which is quite expensive, by the way. Kept charging us. So all the phone calls back and forth. The person previously tried to cancel the new one, not the old one, which because it's all under the same blanket, but we were able to get preferential rates through the open market, and we have our business, right? So it's all done through our business. It's just, they make it so challenging to get things done properly. But fortunately, we were able to get it done, and we're getting the refund, and we are back. So I apologize. Thank you guys for being patient here. It's just a typical day, right? Just another day, right? No different. You know, just we all got the same old issues going on in our lives. Good morning, Nick. Is it okay to do lists work? It's okay that stationary bike, my heart rate usually hits. Yep, that's perfect. Lists on a stationary is perfect. I like to walk outside, and it's good to get outside, Kids upstairs playing. Your thoughts on non-dairy milk? Oat milk, yeah. Oat milk and almond milk, we have it in our house. Always stocked. We always have oat milk and almond milk, sometimes coconut milk in our house. That's the way we roll. Yeah, never ever cow's milk. Ryan, I asked a month ago, wanted to see your views on NFT products. Well, right now, I think NFTs have been a scam by a small few people in the middle. I think guys like Gary Vee have leveraged his brand, in my opinion, to steal money from small pockets. And it's the big pockets stealing the money from the small pockets. What's the point of an NFT for all but a select few? Honestly, what is the point of that right now as it stands? Gary Vee is gloating about how he made $50 million basically middlemaning NFT projects, telling everybody that's the next big thing. He was all in, created such hype about it. Then he middlemanned himself in. He actually attached a 10% VIG on every NFT that went through him, which means in perpetuity, any NFT that he initiated, every time you sell it or you trade it, Gary Vee still has his money in his hand in your pocket. He will still get 10%. So let's say you bought an NFT from Gary for 10 grand. He keeps the 10 grand. Then you take that same NFT, you sell it to somebody else for 10 grand. Gary Vee gets 10% of that. He gets a grand. Then that person sells it for 10 grand. Gary Vee keeps his money in your pocket. He gets another grand. Well, NFTs work if you're the big pocket, but if you're the little pocket, it doesn't work. So if you're the one who's grabbing a little sleepy ape JPEG to call your own, what did you really accomplish? I personally don't know anyone that wasn't already a multimillionaire, and I know quite a few that have made money on it. Most of you have lost money on NFTs. And NFTs now are plummeting. They've lost, 70% of their value? Today, we knew that, I knew that. Anyway, doesn't mean down the road there might not be some form of benefit. But as of right now, I don't see the value in it. And I have a few calls that have been pitched quite a few times on NFTs. We'll see. The only way I would be involved with any NFT is if those who purchased it were then able to create greater value for it. I don't need an NFT project. So hopefully that helps. Let's see what else we got. Paul K., with all these little things, like your insurance issue that comes up, how do you stay focused on the greater goals? Paul, that's a great question. There's certain have-tos. There's things that I have to get done every day. Handling the insurance is a have to. Like, I know I have to allocate time, which is a name. Because initially, I allocated an hour of my time. Dog's in the backyard, barking into the sky, just letting the world know that she's out there protecting our property, which is awesome. I've probably burned 6 hours of my time just trying to get Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield to do their job, right? Not including the amount of time I took researching better ways for small businesses to, well, let me back up. So we were paying $2,000 per month for our health care for my family of 4. That's 24 grand per year we have previously been paying. Now, that started a few years ago. It was around, I think it went from about $700 a year for the same health care, $700 to $1,100 to $1,200 to $1,400, and now it's at $2 grand. Garbage, right? Politicians don't care about you, they're liars. Big Pharma doesn't care about you, they're liars. Big healthcare doesn't care about you, they're liars. They are all for profit. Well, we, as the people, we get squeezed. There's no justification for $2,000 healthcare for a family of 4, although Bernie Sanders lied years ago and said that it's costing us 40 grand per year. Bernie Sanders outright lied. Not a fan of socialism also, by the way. Bernie straight out lied because he said, family of 4, small business owner, they're paying $40,000 per year for health care. I was like, no, we're not. I think we were paying like 16 per year at that point. Well, a couple of years later, that's actually jumped to 24 grand. And I said, F no. So I did spend a bunch of time researching options, looking at bigger pools, and was able to find in New Jersey, there's actually a pretty decent program. And also, I'm Native American. So I'm from a Chickasaw Nation, as are my daughters. So we are card-carrying members of the Chickasaw Nation. And as a result of that, as a result of living in New Jersey, as a result of being a small business owner, and as a result of probably about 20 hours of research, I was able to find a pool that we could get our business into. Plus being a minority business owner as a Native American, I was able to get our healthcare reduced from $2 grand a month down to about $700 per month. Huge savings, right? Back to where it was 5 or 6 or so years ago. Well, that's a lot of time. So then I go through all the paperwork, which is lengthy, and all the documentation and birth certificates and social security numbers and my CBID card with the Citizen's Blood ID as being a registered member of the Chickasaw Nation. We're actually Chickasaw and Choctaw, primarily Chickasaw, which is the one that we claim on the CBID. Go through all of that, dealing with the Chickasaw administrative offices, getting all the paperwork, getting all together, all the paperwork, finally getting it done, getting approved, which is a great thing. While carrying the old healthcare, once we're approved, I gave it a week to sell, contacted the old healthcare, which is Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, told them exactly what we did, spent an hour and a half on the phone with a young lady. We want to cancel the old program, maintain the new program. She sees it all because they're both it's the exact same healthcare. We love it. The Horizon Omnia Silver that we use is great, happy, good co-pays. It's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive. We're covered, and this is more for like, catastrophe insurance. God forbid something happens, we're covered. It's like a $25 or a $50 copay. $50 copay if I got to go to the physical therapist, which I did last year many times. $25 copay at my regular doctor, which is fine. And blah, blah, blah. So I spent an hour and a half on the phone with the young lady. Explained everything, not a problem. She's going to cancel the old healthcare. Cool. 2 weeks later, bang, I get hit for another $2,000 charge on the old healthcare that wasn't canceled. And I'm paying the premiums on the new healthcare. So I went from $2,000 a month to now $2,700 a month to carry the exact same insurance twice. Get back on the phone, I call them, I spend another hour on the phone, I explain to a very nice person exactly what's going on. I'm on hold, he's back, on hold, he's back. He's got to call me back, he's got to do more research. Calls me back, it's another hour on the phone. Back and forth, back and forth. Finally, he thinks he's got it. Calls me back to confirm. Well, when they confirm, now they're trying to cancel our dental. I said, no, the dental is separate. I have to explain, dental is separate from healthcare. You opt into the healthcare, you opt into the dental. The dental is just a rider on the healthcare policy. We want to transfer the dental to the new policy. Another hour on the phone, burned. So finally, I speak with this guy, Jerry, who was awesome, but that's another hour on the phone, just trying to undo, and then... So there, guys, sorry, it looks like we had a little internet quick blip out. So hopefully you guys are still here. And I'm going to get back to the fitness stuff. I'm just answering the question here. I'm ranting to a degree with you. Thank you for letting me rant. All right, so anyway, it's all done. But that's expensive. That's expensive. So if you have healthcare through your company that you don't have to pay for, you are blessed. If you run a small business, it's hard. Now, we provide healthcare to each of our employees, all of our W-2 and 1099. All of our W-2 employees, we as a company provide full healthcare. We also provide a Roth 401k with a 5% company match. Just to show you that we are certainly doing our best to serve not just you and our community, but serve our own team members. So that number adds up big time. What are your thoughts on using pork as a meal prep? I'm not a fan of pork. It's rather dirty meat, high in fat typically. Don't let Brandy hear me because she loves her pork mole when we go to the Mexican restaurant. Let's go cardio talk. Ben, does metabolic adaptations happen when only eating earth-grown nutrients in foods while exercising regularly? I feel this is overused because the processed world most people live in. Thoughts? Well, the majority of the metabolic adaptations are predicated upon the high net nutrient intake, ensuring you have optimal cellular activity. Not having the optimal cellular activity, these adaptations are very low. So hopefully that helps, Jesse. And I'm going to talk here about now what we said in the beginning of the video was the full meal prep. Right? I want to talk about meal prep for busy people. Let me finish these questions. Normally I do the questions at the end. So let me go down below. Do you like the questions first? Do you like the questions at the end? Joe, Mike, is it normal to continue dropping weight after 3 weeks of shredded? Yes, it is. Still getting lean, baby. Still getting lean. Progressive overload. Progressive overload, Joe. I want you lifting more weights for more reps with better form. Every time you go in the gym, you should hit a PR. Every single time. That's how it gets done. You must stimulate muscle growth in order to actualize muscle growth. Every single time. Keep a journal. Every single workout, every single rep, I have in a little $1 marble copybook I keep in my gym bag. My warm-up, every single thing I do. So every time I go to the gym, I compete against myself. Every single time. Also got my lunchbox packed with a 3-egg scramble, apple Dolce Way, cup of blueberries, and coconut water. Woos! Jesse Lee, crushing it. Can you walk us through a typical day of eating on 3 weeks to shredded? Actually, I can. Let me, hold on one second. Boom! Let me show you. So today, can you see that? I'm eating 2,910 calories today on my 3 weeks to shredded program. That's probably more food than most humans eat every single day, right? 2,000, that's the app. If you are not a member of the Dolce Diet online community, you need to click that link below right now and get started. You need to start your own 3 weeks to shredded program. 2,910 total calories. Meal 1, breakfast bowl with coffee and green tea. Meal 2, 4-egg scramble with coffee and green tea. Meal 3, the skinny sumo stir fry, which I absolutely love. My morning snack, coconut water, blueberries, the Dolce Whey protein powder, just like you, Jesse. And I get half an avocado today. My afternoon snack is a third of an avocado, 1 whole orange, coconut water, blueberries, and 30 grams of the Dolce Whey protein isolate. And my dessert is 1 apple, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and 70 to 85% dark chocolate. So I get to have a 1-inch square of dark chocolate tonight, a whole apple, 2 tablespoons of almond butter as my dessert. Those are the 6 meals, and see if I can do this for you. I click on it, boom, the drop down. Right, so now my breakfast bowl today was 1/3 cup oat bran, 2 tablespoons chia seeds, 2 tablespoons hemp seeds, 1/4 cup of raisins, 3/4 a cup of blueberry, 1.5 tablespoons of almond butter, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, plus 1 cup of coffee. Boom. That's my breakfast right there. Instructions on how to make them. And then, morning snack. Drop down. Oh, sorry. It's hard to do backwards. Next meal, drop down. Every single meal is created for you inside our mobile platform, right? What else do we got here? Let me, hold on one second. Later today is pull day, so you can see every workout with video tutorials. Bam. A little slow loading because see video tutorials inside the mobile platform. Bent over, underhand barbell row. Single arm dumbbell row off an incline, bench, 45-degree leg raises, the dumbbell pull over, underhanded chin up, unilateral RDLs, 45-degree alternating leg raise. The entire workout is built for me in here. The entire meal plan built for me in here. My entire grocery list built for us in here. So I know everything I need is already here. Details, resources, which is awesome. Recipe index inside the resource section. All these amazing recipes built in here. Breakfast and lunches and dinners and snacks, all extras, all bonuses. Anyway, preview tomorrow's menu. Woo! Bomb. So, if you have not started your own personalized version of the 3 Weeks to Shred It or Living Lean program, simply click the link below this video and you'll see it there. 25% discount for anyone brand new. Promo code SummerShred. That is exactly what I'm following right now. Crushing it. Remember, I'm eating 2,900 calories today. 3,200 calories yesterday. Probably 3,050 or so tomorrow, because we're running a concurrent calorie cycle and a concurrent carbohydrate cycle on the program, which is why it works so well. Let me answer more questions. Yep. Walk through. So Sean, I just answered that. Chris, boom. I am white and a minority in my area. Where's my benefits? Do your research, my man. Maybe it's income. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's the part of town you live in. That's why it took me about 20 hours to figure out what benefits my family was accessible. What was accessible? It takes a long time to figure. It took me 20 hours to figure out what was even available to me. I didn't know. I've never utilized any benefit. Right? This is the first time. Because you do the math, it's crushing. It's crushing. But maybe there's an income cap, and there are income caps. You know, it's interesting. You make, under $40,000, under $80,000, under $120,000, under $160,000. Independent or household incomes. How many kids do you have? That's all there. You got to take the time and do the research. No one's going to do it for you. I have to do it all for myself, for our business, for our family. It takes time to do that. All right. So that last piece of this is meal prepping. Meal prepping for busy people that want to get fucking summer shredded. Dick, skin, thin, baby. That's the goal, right? I want to be an anatomy chart this summer. As should you, guys and gals. I want you to be super sexy this summer. Just bang, boom, like holy cow. Look at her, look at him. That is a good-looking human right there. How do you do it? I want all your friends and all your family, strangers, saying, can I ask you a question? What are you doing? How do you look so amazing? That's what we want. Well, it all starts with preparation. There's no secrets. Consistency. Here I am again, cardio talk, right? Consistent effort, get my time in, get my reps in, eat my meals. I'm on schedule, I'm on task. There's no secret. The secret, as my buddy Stan Efferding says, compliance. is the science. It's the compliance. My good friend Jill Coleman put out a great tweet today saying, how many, if you walk into a gym, how many people at low body fat levels that are fit and strong are following a fad diet? The leanest people you see, the most consistently lean people you see, the most athletic people you see, the healthiest people you see, they don't follow fad diets. We're consistent. We get our 3 to 4 days of resistance training per week minimum. We get our 4 to 6 days of cardiovascular training per week minimum. We get our 4 to 6 clean meals per day minimum. We allow ourselves an off-menu meal once, maybe twice per month, not per day, not per week, not per weekend, per month. We go to bed on time. That's the key. So, how do you meal prep? For us, and if you're following the 3 weeks to Shredded program, it's so easy because you know exactly what you need to eat tomorrow and the next day. I know exactly what my lunch is going to be 11 days from now. How easy is that to prepare for? Now, what you'll find also is inside our grocery list, many of the recipes, many of the ingredients repeat. They repeat because it's easy to stay on track. If every single day it's a different fancy meal, a different set of ingredients, a different way to cook, a different time to prepare, you fall off. The attrition rate is so high when every single day it's a different meal. When every day it's a similar meal, it's very easy to stick to it. And what we do, we just make leftovers. I know what my meal is going to be tomorrow. We make a bunch of peppers, a bunch of onions. We have a bunch of veggies already available. We bake a tray of chicken breasts. We have the air fryer now. We invested in air fryer. It's awesome. Such a great way to make salmon, by the way. Oh, it's delicious and it doesn't smell somehow. It doesn't smell. The rice cooker. We'll make the items that are common in our menu and we'll just make them in bulk, keep them in the fridge. So we'll cook once every second, every third day. I don't cook for a week in advance. We cook for 2 days in advance. We just make extra. The breakfast bowl I make every morning. Check out my Instagram. I'll show you how to make the breakfast bowl. It's awesome. Check out those meals, by the way. I got another one dropping today. Consistency. Busy. We're busy. We simply, when we cook, we make more of what we're cooking. We don't cook fancy. We cook tasty. We cook healthy. We cook delicious. But we don't cook fancy. Maybe Brandy will get fancy once a week or so because she enjoys it. When it's just me, which is really like never, but when I'm doing my own thing and the family's not kind of following, simple. I'll throw a few pounds of chicken breast into the oven, a big old tray of veggies that we bake at the same time. I'll put rice in the rice cooker. I'll put some quinoa on a pot on the stove, 350 degrees in the oven. The rice and the quinoa is done at the same time. Put the salmon in the air fryer. 30 minutes, I'm done. It's already packaged, cleaned up, put back in the refrigerator. That's going to last me 2 full days. Then I put a little bit of maybe fresh lime juice, Bragg's liquid aminos, a little bit of rosemary or thyme. Easy ways. The key to meal prep is simplicity. It's very easy. And here's a little tip. So right now I'm having a bunch of this stir fries, the skinny sumo stir fries, whether it's chicken, whether it's Piedmontese steak, whether it's wild caught salmon. Got the shredded salad coming up, I think tomorrow night, which is amazing, by the way. Just having a consistent menu with foods that you always eat. We go to the grocery store. I could go to the grocery store at this point with a blindfold on because I buy all the same stuff, which is delicious. It turns out to be between 40 to 60 specific ingredients. That sounds like a lot at first, which just highlights the diversity. But if you think about it, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, coconut oil, peanut oil, avocado oil, spinach, kale, chard, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers, red onions. Like, that's 15 right there. Very easy. Chicken, steak, fish, black beans, quinoa, white rice, wild rice, bang, bang, bang. That's over 20 right there. Simple. Eggs, turkey bacon, chicken sausage. Easy, right? I was like, what, 25 different ingredients I just rattled off right there. So when we say the average 3 weeks to shred, it's closer to 40 specific ingredients. Living Lean is about 60, but they're all universal ingredients that show up in almost every recipe that maximize, and they're selected for their micronutrient density. The most micronutrient dense food sources are the ones that we provide for you in delicious recipes that are inexpensive, easy to make, and super delicious. That's what 3 weeks to shred it is. That's what Living Lean is. That's what all the Dolce food options are. That's why we have the #1 best-selling cookbook on iTunes for 37 straight months. Living Lean Cookbook Volume 2. Spent 37 straight months on the iTunes top 10 bestseller list as an independent publisher. We had no big publishing house, no big marketing campaign. It was simply because people would buy it, they would use it, they would love it, and they would tell someone. And that person would tell someone, and that person would tell someone. Had nothing to do with marketing or tricks. We had zero tricks, zero budget for that. It's because the menu is that delicious and that easy, and real families bought it and ate it. So again, that's what we're doing. How are we doing? Let me see here. Okay, just making sure. It seems the connection cut out a little bit. Let's see if I can get a hardline connection in here, which we can do. Actually, I got to set up my Starlink. We just got Starlink, so see if I get Starlink set up. But anyway, guys and gals, thank you for being here. If you haven't yet, those here right now, give this video a quick thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you have not. Click that little notification button so you're notified when we do go live with these impromptu videos. We got lots of great interviews coming up. Chris Bell, the documentarian of great movies like Bigger, Stronger, Faster, of Prescription Thugs. He's going to be on the podcast this week. Stan Efferding, the world's strongest bodybuilder, creator of the Vertical Diet, is on. Alan Aragon will be on soon. Dr. Bill Campbell will be on soon. I'm going to try and get my buddy Dr. Andy Galpin on here soon. I'm going to reach out to Jill Coleman and Ashley Borden, two amazing young ladies in the fitness world. I'm going to try and get them on here soon. So we got tons of content. We just released the newest episode with Alan Cosgrove, who is one of the icons in fitness as a thought leader. He was one of the most prolific writers in the early internet era. He has an amazing story, a two-time cancer survivor, born and raised in Scotland, came to the United States and created a fitness empire. There's so many amazing takeaways for all of us from the interview with Alan. Go check that out. That's all. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.